Hello everybody, this is Kyrix, welcoming you to the start of another Let's Play challenge. This is Let's Play Pokémon Fire Red Omega, the Metroid Run. Now, I could tell you the rules, but I've already made a video explaining that whole thing. So, I'll just refer you to that, plus the rules probably still in my description. Now, this is all done in advance. I am not recording this live because, as much as I would love to, I have a rather hectic and extreme upload schedule. One moment here. Sorry about that, someone's trying to text me. Anyway, what with me having to upload 7 videos a week, one every single day, and having to record some of those live and a whole bunch more in advance, the idea of having to do these things as they happen is, quite frankly, nightmarish. It kind of spooks me. I mean, right now, as of this recording, I still have just so many freaking things to record. I mean, I've got Mega Man, I've got Pokemon Emerald and Resident Evil. Sorry. And all that adds up to just a big pain in the butt. We're gonna go with Gary just because anime. Anyway. Now, my entire experience of this game boils down to me getting my starter and wandering around Route 1 for about 3 minutes. So this is entirely blind. Well, not entirely blind. The game itself is blind, but I know where the Pokemon are because I have a thing, a list, a website that tells me where everything is because I wanted to map out my Pokemon in advance. You know what? This is kind of a goof around episode. Ah, okay. Anyway. I wanted to have my Pokemon in advance so there's no issues of, oh, what do I catch? Where do I catch it? No. I know exactly what Pokemon I'm getting, where I'm getting them, and what I'm naming them. This is all mapped out before this first episode was ever recorded. And we're going to play a little game within this game, which is every single one of my Pokemon, without exception, is named after someone or something. 2 of them are named after fellow Let's Players. But the rest, movies, comics, literature, that kind of thing. TV shows. And the game is going to be, I want you in the comments to try and figure out what every single one of my Pokemon is referencing. Now, some of them are going to be easier than others. Give me a second here. The starters are all different, by the way. And here's mine. A little Smoochum. I have a couple reasons for choosing Smoochum. Number 1, because Magby and Elekid, my other 2 options, not so good against Brock. Another one is because Ice types are a pain, and this one gets that out of the way. This is Puka, by the way. And last but not least, and this is kind of the big deal, is I almost never have ever trained a Jinx. It's just not something I do. I mean, I haven't since the original Red, Blue, Yellow. You know, it's just been so long since I trained a Jinx, so I thought this might be fun. Okay, rival battle. Come on, big guy, you and me. Me versus your friggin' Magby. Let's do this. Oh, I can fast forward this. Damn your tutorial. I've been playing Pokemon since the first game was released in the States. I know what the hell I'm doing, Oak. Shut up. Go away, Professor Oak. I don't want you here. I'm gonna lose this battle. Yep, told you. You're not great, you're a friggin' dick. Oops. Anyway. I have a, per the rules, I'm allowed to have 1 of each Pokemon. Just go to hell. I don't, just, no. I don't care. You have no idea how many times I have beaten the Kanto games. I mean, it's just pathetic how many times, and you're trying to teach me how to play this damn game. Game, I beat you before you existed. Which is kind of true. I've beaten red, blue, and yellow, and this is just a copy-paste of those if you want to get technical. Hoot Hoot, an example of one of the new Pokemon of this region, so to speak. Now, before the gym, I am allowed to catch a single normal type. And I've chosen it, and it was a tough call. The runner-up was Skitty. Skitty lost out to what I'm going to train, and I'm training it for two reasons. Number one, I'm training it for stats, and number two, because, again, just like Smoochum, I've never really made the effort to train one of these. Now, a lot of these Pokemon are some old favorites of mine, but some of them are new, like Smoochum, and like the Pokemon I'm going to train. My Dark type is one that I'm not known for training. And so is my Flying type. And my Fire type, honestly, because we can get the starters. Originally, I would have gone with Charmander, but I'm going with this because, well, it's kind of a name joke, and I want to do it. And that's the whole reason. I mean, my Fire type is not a bad one, but it's not what I would normally choose. Also, my Water type is another Pokemon that I'm not normally known for training. So there's all sorts of fun stuff in here. Well, like I said, every single one of these Pokemon is going to be a reference to someone or something. And I want you, in the things, to bring it up. And since these are recorded in advance, I won't be able to say, oh, this guy recognized what my Flying type is. He guessed correctly, you know, but I will. After I beat the Elite Four, whether I win or lose the actual race itself, I'm going to do a little mini video, basically as a shout out saying, okay, these people guessed correctly, and I'm going to explain the mindset behind all of my Pokemon's names. I'm going to explain what they're from, I'm going to explain why I chose that name, etc. Some of them it's a case of, it's the only type of name I could think of, which is the case with my normal type. Because I wanted, when I get my normal type, I'm like, what's a good reference for this? And the sad fact of the matter, ooh, Nidoran, this early? The sad fact of the matter is that, I didn't really have anything else to work with. It's not a bad name, but it's one that you'll spot pretty soon because, like I said, it's the only name I had to work with. Now, I heavily considered a Rattata as my starter. Not my starter, but my normal. Because it's a good Pokemon. I don't care what anyone says. That's a good Pokemon. 2 words. Hyper Fang. Hyper Fang will tear just about anything to ribbons. You know? That's a brutal move if you're not expecting it. Alright. Don't you give me running shoes or something? Damn it, you don't give me running shoes. That must be later then. Okay, see, I'm wasting precious time here. Part of it's purposeful, because if I waste some time, that means that I'm able to do some off-screen grinding. And off-screen grinding is so awesome right now. Due to the sheer difficulty of it, I probably won't be doing any EV training. That is, effort values. I may very well use my EV itself. Won't say what the type will be, because there are lots of possibilities. Oh, this is a heads up to the people who don't know yet. If you get the download, which should be a RAR file for this game that I did, inside are a couple things. Let me see something real quick. Did I get? I did, okay. And it tells you things like, oh, well, these are the changes we made to the evolutions, this is the changes we made to this, to that, etc. And anyway, something I'll point out right now is the fact that, and yes, I'm counting this as a battle, I don't care. I was stupid of me to even do this in the first place, but I think he would have stopped me anyway. But, For example, I had wondered, like, with Espeon and Umbreon. Those were, in the initial release, those were happiness evolutions that, depending on what time of day it was. So that could kind of screw you in the long run. You know? Because they got rid of the day and night cycle after Gold and Silver. Basically, it made them random, so if I wanted one type, I had to hope that I got the right type when I hit the right level of happiness. But, as it turns out in this game, it's solved. If you give an Eevee a Moonstone, it'll become an Umbreon, and if you give it a Sunstone, it'll become an Espeon. And see, we're already starting to see what they meant by shuffling the Pokemon locations. God, this is going to be such an uphill battle. I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be here. Come on, Puka, you can do this. Come on, girl. You got this, Puka. You got this. Come on, Puka. You can take him. It's just a Caterpie. It's the freaking joke of the bug types. There we go. Good girl, Puka. Good girl. You know, I almost broke one of my own freaking rules and used a potion. I gotta remember, I'm not allowed to do that. It is very, very, very freaking important that I remember that. Matter of fact, it's so important, I might just put this potion in the box. Just to spare myself the temptation. I mean, that's probably the hardest thing for me to keep in mind, is the fact that I'm not allowed to heal. It's just a thing that I'm not allowed to do anymore. And while I don't have to come back to the Pokemon Center, I'm doing it because I want to conserve what items I have. God, I wish I could run right now. Really, really wish. Wish, 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 wish. Right now I'm trying to get to the first gym and get my Pokemon of choice, my normal type. But later on I will do some town exploring. And the thing that sucks is it doesn't tell me how rare some of these Pokemon are, so I could be spending hours looking. And you might well have to deal with me catching some Pokemon off screen. It's just a thing that's probably going to happen. Because I had to do that with my 6th run when I caught the Ralts. Because it took me 45 freaking minutes. That's a video and a half right there. Wormpole! How's the cold, bug? How about that frigid air? Good girl, Puka. You are awesome. Perfect. Go Puka. There you go. That'll show him. You got this, Puka. You got this. Anyway, if you haven't already guessed, my starter's name is one of the really obvious ones. I can't say anything more than that without literally telling you what it is. But if you can't guess who my starter's supposed to be, then you're not going to do so well in the rest of this contest, probably. Of course, even though, like I said, there's no prizes for anything of this other than just the recognition. And it's much the same with my actual guess what my Pokemon is. But for those who want the recognition, I'm giving out points not just for guessing what my Pokemon is referencing, but why, you know? And some of them it's going to be obvious, like, oh, well, this is that because it's the same kind of animal, you know? Whereas Puka's is, rather obvious, to me at least. That's why I went with the name. Venonat. Up yours, Venonat. Puka's gonna lay the snowy smackdown on your ass. Get him, Puka, get him! And an Inkata. See, some of these Pokemon I shouldn't be seeing at all, much less this point in the game, like friggin' what's it called? Venonat? Shouldn't be seeing a Venonat this freaking early, but I am. He's right, bug Pokemon are fast evolvers. It's about the only thing they really got going for them. Let me just check something real quick here. Alright, I'm closing in on my goal. I'll probably catch my other Pokemon off screen just to save some time, because I don't know how rare he's going to be. But as a word of explanation, he does live in Pewter City. It's a Pewter City Pokemon. Not the route outside Pewter City. Pewter City itself, because apparently in this game they put grass in the towns. Ooh, I got type advantage here. You're a grass type. Goodbye. I don't care what anyone says. I actually like Paris. It's a cute little Pokemon. It's also one of the few bugs in the original game that knew a bug-type move. Okay, we're gonna go up here, hit the Pokemon Center, and I'm in Pewter City. All in one video. Now, since I'm catching this Pokemon off screen, I'm gonna show you when I catch him what his met at level was, because it tells you what level you met him at and whatever, so that you know that I'm not cheating and stealing some extra stuff. So you met in Pallet Town at level 5. Puka, by the way, is an Ice Psychic type. She will be my Ice type for this run. And we save. And that is it. So, thus concludes video 1 of this Let's Play. And I stopped it improperly, but okay, that's fine. It's still running. I'm Kyrix. This is Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red Omega, the Metroid Run, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.